What's up, guys? Today we're going to look at the Olight S10R Baton II. This is the third generation of this light. They had the S10, the S10R, and now the S10R2. So this is rechargeable. We got 500 lumens now. There's a few improvements and a few changes, such as the color. The color is probably the biggest one. They've redone like the around the bezel and the side switch. It's now blue and it matches their Olight color too. So that's one way you can definitely tell them apart. Now we still have 4 different modes on this. We have high at 500 lumens, and then we have medium 100 lumens, low 5 lumens, and Moonlight is just 0.5 lumens. The S10R Baton II runs off a Cree XP-L HDCW LED. We have a 105 meter throw. This does have an IPX7, which is up to 6 feet, I believe. The weight of this, excluding the battery, is 43 grams. This does run off a Olight rechargeable battery. It's a CR123. And what's really nice about these is that it comes with a convenient charging dock. All you have to do is set this right on the dock. On the back of the light, it has a magnet, and it magnetizes to the dock and it charges. The charging dock comes with a little sticky, so if you wanted to mount this upside down or mount it to a desk, be more permanent. And also on the charging dock, there's a little extension port, so you can plug in maybe your iPhone or your tablet and charge from that. Now, something that's great about these charging docks is that they work with the whole Baton series. There's the S10R Baton, the S15, the S20, and the S30, and it works too with the new S30R2 Baton. So they work, you know, if you have one of these or 2 of them, you can just use the same dock, which is really neat. Now the S10R2 Baton comes with a really heavy duty side clip. It is removable, but it will take some force to remove it. You can spin it any direction, so if you want to have the light pointing downwards in your pocket, you could do that too. Something I like about Olight is just, like I said before, their attention to detail. They include this lanyard, and there's a little pin at the end, so it allows you just to slip it through the light super easy, and then you can just put the lanyard on there and you're good to go. I did mention before, it does have a magnet in the tail cap, so you can just put this to anything metal and have a hands-free light, which is really convenient. The light itself is made from a really nice grade aluminum. The material, it's A6061 T6 aluminum with class 3 anodizing. We have an impact resistance of 1.5 meters, so this isn't one you want to just whip around or anything like that. So let's take a look at the interface real quick. To turn the light on and off, you just use the side switch, turn it on, and turn it off. Now when you turn it on, you can cycle through the modes by holding down, and you can see it will go through the 3 different modes: low, medium, and high. Now it won't go to Moonlight. If you wanted to use Moonlight, you'd actually turn it off, and then you would hold down for just about 1 second or so, and then the Moonlight will turn on, and then you can still cycle through the modes after you turn on Moonlight. Now this does have memory, so let's say that I turned on, I have the low here, or the Moonlight. If I turned it off and then turn it back on, it will go into Moonlight, so that's pretty cool. Now you can just do just a 1 second hold down, and that will cycle through if you didn't want to keep cycling through. At any time you can double press, and that will give you the strobe. And this also has a lockout feature, so if you didn't want anyone to mess with your light, you can lock it out. You just hold it down, you'll see the Moonlight turn on and then off, and now it will not turn on. One thing I wish I would have done is add a little red indicator there. It already shows up red when the light's dying, so if it was locked out, I think that'd just be kind of handy. But to get it out of the lockout, you just hold down again, you'll see it go right into Moonlight. So one more thing, no matter what setting that the light is on, let's say that I have it in low here and I turned it off. When I turn it on, it will be memory, right? So I'll go back to low. Well, anytime I can double press from the off position and it will go straight to the high. So I got this light from skybend.trade, and when you get it from them, they also include a holster. So you can put it in there, and it has a little belt loop on it, and then also this metal ring if you wanted to attach it to a bag. And they also throw in a really nice Griffin car charger. This is like a low profile car charger. It kind of fits in the outlet all the way. I really like how far it sits down and just almost flush, and then you can charge it on the go or charge your phone. So there you go, the Olight S10R Baton II. I'll put a link in the description. That's that. Thanks for watching.